Hey, and thank you for clicking play. Guess what? It's episode 50! It's officially episode 50, so I just want to use this opportunity to lay out where we're going, but first and foremost, let's celebrate. So, what do we got? This would be good, but I promised my wife I'd save this one for Easter. I bought this one just for the bottle, so that's that. So instead, we'll go with a cheap one that I'd already started. If you have a glass, if you have a drink, please lift your glass right now and join me in toasting episode 50. I don't care what time of day it is, your time, episode 50. Join me in having a drink. Because I'm excited. I am excited. Beautiful. Do love a rum. Right. By now, you hopefully would have seen a bit of an intro. Truth be known, at the time of recording this, I hadn't actually finished doing the music, so... But we'll come to how all those things were put together in a moment. First of all, I want to start this by thanking, and do excuse me for looking across. I purposely don't want to forget some things that I want to say on this episode. So I want to start off by thanking some people. Look, this is just a hobby channel, no delusions of grandeur. I've said that multiple times. This is just a hobby channel. I'm not in it for making money or spreading myself or whatever like that. I like hearing other people's memories of the times of the Amiga, the Spectrum, early Pentium stuff, early 386, 486 stuff. And I hope that some of you that are still watching, continue to watch, enjoy my stories, and that's all I can bring. We'll come to that. Let's get into this. People I want to thank, first of all, are everybody that's bothered to click subscribe. I've got 58 subscribers right now. And you know, I seriously, if I was happy, I was happy to have like 12 people, 20 people to follow my journey of recollecting the Amiga, and that Christmas story, which was the main catalyst for this. So seriously, thank you. And that is really cool. Those 58 subscribers. My wife, for every now and again, I will say, I'm doing some recording, and she will purposely not disturb me. So I thank her for putting up with me and for letting me spend stupid money on a boxed 30-year-old computer, and continuing to, you know, not get too angry when I suddenly, you know, there's another PayPal transaction in in the online banking. Jim from PCZone.co.uk, I do volunteer writing for them now. I've only done 2 pieces, funnily enough, but there will be more coming, so do keep an eye on that. But Jim for taking me on for doing that, and I know he's got visions for he wants to take PCZone.co.uk, and I'm really pleased that he sees my writing as part of that. That's really cool. Everyone who has ever liked or commented on one of my videos, seriously, that does really inspire me to keep doing stuff. I will do it regardless, as you've probably noticed. So Dan Wood, and actually I'm going to jump around this list, so I hope I don't forget anybody. First of all, Dan Wood, so the likes of Dan Wood, Brian's Retro Corner, and Doug from 10 Minute Retrocast, and actually I'll come to him later, and Neil from, I know his name's there somewhere, from Retro Man Cave, that are clearly very big channels, very successful channels, and bothered to have commented on my videos, even though I'm a tiny little hobby channel. Sometimes from prompting, other times from not, and seriously, I really appreciate that, guys. So thank you for taking the time to jump onto one of my videos and making a comment. Probably just checking that I'm not doing anything untoward, but that's absolutely fine as well. But yeah, I really do appreciate that. But also along those guys, seriously, and in some ways more than those guys, are people like Foolish Tongue, Nathan M 1991 from English Amiga boards. Dave plays retro games badly. You know, he's got an ever-growing channel as well. Game Racer. Brian's Retro Corner. I've already said Neil from Metro Round Cave. I've also said Doug. Mr. Computer, My Bag Games. Zubidu, maybe. All of you guys, and some of you are really noteworthy. All of you are noteworthy, which is why I'm making note of you. But some of you, you know, when it's everything else is tumbleweeds, you are there with, even if it's just a quick single comment. And I really do appreciate that. There's a lot of content in the retro gaming scene. And I've had to cull some of the stuff I watch, in all honesty, and that's given me some things to think about in terms of the length of content that I put out. So I better get on with this. But you get my meaning. So I really do like the fact that even if you don't watch the whole video, you've bothered to notice I put a video up, like it, make a comment, and spur me on. I really appreciate you guys. So I hope I didn't leave anybody out there. And if I did, seriously, believe me, if you've commented on one of my videos, then you are there. Quick update on a couple of things. I did a test of a lot of Amiga games and stuff that I bought over Christmas. The 10-star games pack, they are foobar. They are completely foobar. So one of the things I've been working on is basically rebuying another version of those and backing up. So that's a journey that will continue. Return of the Jedi works. I said it didn't work. It does work. It was an incompatibility with a 512K RAM upgrade. As soon as I turned off the RAM upgrade, it fired up fine. So Return of the Jedi works, which is great news. And the cover discs, the Amiga format cover discs, well, I thought there would be a restoration story, but I'll do an update. That's another episode. I'll do an update on those coming up. Look, my channel is raw, and that's not to jump on the bandwagon of the likes of Steve Benway, whose channel is awesome, but also raw, and he prides himself in never doing anything to a high degree of professionalism. I love that guy to bits, he's awesome. And this is also raw, you know, if you've ever seen the stuff on the shelves, you know, which is behind me here, this isn't, you know, if you see DVDs, this isn't to fake a games collection. I don't have a games collection, and we'll come to that later. I do in terms of PS4 stuff, but it's not a big one. I stick to games that I will actually play. So I'll unpack that later. But, you know, this is a raw channel. This is just my lounge. There's no stage setting other than, you know, obviously every now and again I may place some things. This is a special episode, so I've made a special thing here. And slowly this shelf has been gaining, you know, stuff as I brought my collection back from the UK. But, you know, it's just my lounge, and I'll take you around to that sometime, separate episode. I may actually be changing the room that I use as well, so that'll be an exciting change as well. Not sure what'll happen there. I've been thinking very carefully about what is my niche at the end of the day, and so this is letting you guys know where I want to take the channel from here, because now obviously I've done the story of the Batman pack. It's here. There is still some more to do on that, but it's here. That's done. It's done. And I don't want to step on other people's toes. So my niche really is my memories, and that's what I want to stick to. This is what this whole Batman pack story was about. It is my memories of buying my original, why I bought this one, and the excitement of having another one again. That's what it's going to continue to be about. My memories, my stories, my creations, so stuff that I've created in the past or are recreating and trying to show you the methods I used back in the day. My recollection journey. I want you to share your stories as well. Seriously, if you've got your own channel and you have done a nostalgia story and shared your memories, or you just want to make a comment in the chat, do that. Feel free to link to your video. Remember when YouTube was about, you know, videos and response videos, was that what they called them? Well, that's what I'm calling them now. Do one, post it. If it has to go through moderation, I will find it and I will allow your link, as long as it's not to anything untoward. That's what this is about. So, you know, I don't have a problem with that at all. I want to hear your stories. I don't want it to all just be about mine. Rebranding, hopefully. You will now be seeing the new channel art. So I'll unpack that later, but the channel art, in fact, some of it is behind me here. That's actually fired up on the actual Amiga. You can see the light is on. Here, that light is on, and that's the actual Amiga screen there, Deluxe Paint. There's some of the art elements that were done on the Amiga, and also here and there will be episodes unpacking how I've done these different things, but those are all things that I've created. Some of it from my Amiga era, obviously just rekindling using Deluxe Paint, and some of it is from stuff I did years ago in Deluxe Paint, not in Deluxe Paint, in 3D Studio Max, and there'll be episodes about that as well. Same with the theme music that hopefully I will have had finished by the time I edit this video together and post it. So that's in Soundtracker 2.5. Everybody talks about Pro Tracker. I was always a Soundtracker person, and the tune that I have chosen to use for my channel is it's the recreation of one that I distinctly remember creating back in the day, and it's mad. It's mad. I'm not a musician. It's mad. So there will be a video showing you the thought process of recreating that on the Amiga as well. That'll be done on the metal. I do want to thank Doug again from 10 Minute Amiga Retrocast, because we did have a bit of a chat on Facebook, because I did start coming up with some ideas of how I could pop up graphics using the Workbench 3.1 theme, and then noticed that's what he's using for his thumbnails now. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, so we had a nice little chat and he was fine, but I've sort of gone for a customized version of Workbench rather than vanilla Workbench to hopefully bring that point of difference, and it fits in with what I like in terms of dark colors and reds and skulls and all that kind of stuff, so that's all good. And the video intro, the 3D elements are from my 3D Studio Max stuff from my Pentium 2 era, so late 90s, very early 2000s. I want to try, look, if you guys take the time, yes, this is a hobby channel, but if you guys take the time to watch my videos, I want to take the time to make sure they're watchable, and I hope that's fair. I'm on a low budget, I'm on a zero budget, so yes, I'm still going to record like I am now with my phone. You're still going to get this microphone thing until such times I feel like buying a wireless microphone that maybe doesn't show up as much, but other than that, the important thing is clear audio, so that's why I do this. But I've been having issues with variable frame rate, is why some things have been out of sync, and it has been a nightmare. I'll probably do a behind the scenes episode on this to help other people out, but it's because of filming on a phone. So I'm using a piece of software called Handbrake now to actually clean up the footage, and I've gone back to editing in Premiere because I can see and fix issues easier in Premiere because I know it like the back of my hand. So just to show you, I'm trying to put in the effort. To not too much effort. I want this to be short, sharp and quick to produce, but I want them to be worth your time watching as well, so hopefully we can find a balance. As part of my niche, I don't remember if you remember the series My Name is Earl. Such a funny series, and we had the list. He wrote a list of things, of wrongs he wanted to right. That's what I think I want to do with my recollecting, is the list of things that I've got rid of in the past, and I will include you in the journey of me finding those bargains and taking ownership of them again and playing them again, and then going back to the nostalgia journey just like I have. That's my plan from there. I don't have a collection, but that is again my niche. You will join me as I recollect, rather than me showing you what I've already collected in the past. And that's a point of difference from some other channels as well. So hopefully that gives me my own niche there. Trying to agree a budget with the wife as to what my pocket money is, because I want these things to mean something. I want to save for stuff before I buy stuff, especially when we get into systems. So there's going to be recollecting of the Amiga games, but there will be other systems that I recollect as well. And we'll do separate episodes on what those My Name is Earl style lists will comprise of. Okay, future episodes and topics, the making of, the rebranding. I've already started doing some of those to produce the rebranding, so they will be drip fed to you over time. Continuing to cover the stuff that I got with the Batman pack. So Workbench we haven't looked at, Workbench Extras, the Amiga intro disc. I don't even know what's on that. I've never looked at it. I don't remember looking at it. Amiga Basic, I never played with. Can I play with it now in 2020 and get this head around it? We'll find out. Deluxe Paint 2. And the mystery disc, I got that blank unmarked disc. What is on it? I know what's on it. I want to share that with you. I haven't changed what's on it. It's not my fault. The games I've collected and continue to collect, we'll cover them. Any relevant restoration work, I don't want to go Retro Man Cave. That's a great channel. Go there for restoration work because he does it like no other. And then there are some other channels as well. I'm not going to go there, but if it's relevant to my journey, stuff that I used to dabble in the past, then I'll include you in it. Or if it's relevant to something that's gone wrong with the Batman pack that I picked up, I will include that. But other than that, I'll just do it behind the scenes and maybe tell you. I have a PSVR and I would love to include some PSVR content, so there will be some of that where relevant. And I would love to start building some inter-channel collaboration with other small channels. Hopefully I'll be at Amiga 35 in the UK, so I'd be stupid to not take some footage of that. But at the end of the day, that's not my thing, that's not my niche, but other channels do that better. Thank you guys again, seriously, so much. Episode 50, here's to another 50. Catch you later. That was catch you later.